Hello and welcome everybody. It's Jeff here, Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your freaking weekend tarot reading. That's right. This is when we get the vibe for all the signs for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We got a big weekend coming up and it's going to be fun and enjoyable and you got to open up to it. So stick around, hit the timestamps, hit that like, subscribe, and let's get down to the weekend. Welcome everybody to the freaking weekend. When you see that singing bowl in the middle of the screen, you know what time it is. Let's ring that bell. This is going to be for November 19th all the way to the 20th. No, not to the 19th. Oh my God. The 21st all the way to the 23rd. Wow. I was still thinking I was doing the midweek reset. All right. So this is when we get the vibe for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Okay. And we've got a lot of things going on this weekend. Our energy is switching from Scorpio to Sagittarius. We're moving from a water sign this weekend into a fire sign. So we are going to feel motivation. We're going to feel like wanting to move forward. All right. We're ready. We're ready to go. I hope you are feeling that. With the Mercury retrograde, it's also giving us a second chance. So we're going to focus this weekend on second chances. You know, everybody deserves a second chance, and so do you. What is the universe telling us this weekend that is going to be that second chance? And that second chance could be relationships, a second chance at a dream that you want to do, something like that. But there's a heavy collective energy that's going around this weekend that is definitely giving us a second chance vibe. Doing a second run at something. Maybe you tried to start a business at one point and now you're getting that intuitional pull to go ahead and do it again. So this weekend is going to be interesting. So let's go to the tarot table and pick out our first Zodiac sign on the freaking weekend. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. I love you all. Let's see who it is. And look at that. It's Scorpio. Wow. All right, Scorpio, let's put you on the board. Welcome to the freaking weekend. Now, you may have noticed on the midweek reset tarot reading, if you haven't checked that out, check that out. That gives us the vibe for the whole week, Wednesday to Tuesday. And I did it a little bit different. And a lot of people noticed it. So I know that you're watching. I know that you're paying attention, you know, so that's awesome. But who knows what we're going to do with this spread. It looks like I'm doing it traditionally. Okay. And there it is right there. Wow. Lots of pentacles for you, Scorpio. Okay. Lots of pentacles for Scorpio. All right. I'm looking at it like this. Wow. I'm looking at it like this. There is all right, if you want to talk about second chance energy, let's put that on the table now. Talking about second chance energy here, Scorpio. All pentacles is strength, stability, like longevity. This is the Page of Pentacles is bringing in the opportunity. The Six of Pentacles is it paying off again. Again, you know, the symbol here is giving and you're receiving with the Queen of Pentacles. So nurture yourself this weekend about how solid and stable you feel, and you don't have to struggle or strive. You know what I mean? You are thriving. And this weekend, with that Sagittarius energy coming in, it's like a breath of fresh air of feeling stable on the ground, root chakra kind of stuff, you know? This also has to do with the root chakra and the sacral, the orange here. You see what I'm saying? So what brings you joy, Scorpio? That's the big thing this weekend. And it should be reciprocating behavior. You're actually getting an opportunity to do that. Nurture yourself and your home and how you feel. You know, I mean, there's a great reciprocating energy here. Beautiful. You may be manifesting for the last throes of your Scorpio season. So, wow, that's incredible. Now let's get some oracles. Again, we're keeping it light. You know, we don't go all hog Like, is that the saying? Like we do in the midweek reset. But we keep it light. Okay? All right. Wow. Yeah, speak your truth. It's win or lose. I really love this. Communication is also important, and trusting where you're going next with this energy. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. 2 5s already on the board. All right, let's look at relationships. So you're getting a new opportunity here. Lots of you, again, when we were talking about maybe you tried to launch a business and it didn't work, but now you get a second chance at it. So I'm leaning towards that. Look at the King of Pentacles is out now. Son of a bitch. Man, that's good energy. Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Page of Pentacles out again. Wow. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. All right, so enough of the drama with the relationships, okay? Stop focusing on it. You're not stuck. That's actually what makes you stuck, is that energy, okay? So be aware of that. That could be one of the things. So again, you don't have to be stuck in the drama. Again, it's win or lose. It's a choice. So just remember that. New way of looking at things. King of Pentacles out with the Queen. This is great, stable energy. Maybe a partner is involved in whatever second chance this is. Page of Pentacles, again, is reinforcing the second chance. Second time the Page of Pentacles is out. And we have the Ace of Wands. I love the Ace of Wands and an outcome for a reading here. I love that because it's like getting down. Lots of pentacles, lots of, a money situation here, something, okay? So why did that light turn green? Is that going to give me what happened here? Why did it do that? There we go. All right. Lighting troubles. All right, so we got pride. Scorpio. Arrogance, ego, and being stubborn. Again, that stuck attitude, that drama, that need to compete. We don't need to compete. We don't need to compare ourselves to other people, especially in relationships. We just be. That's it. Be you, boo. Okay? Let's get what's the vibe. All right, well, this could be that stuck energy that we're talking about. Paranoid, cautious, insecure, and guarded. Again, that ain't a good weekend if we're holding on to these two things. Paranoia and pride. They are not good bedfellows. In fact, they're not good for anybody. So maybe you're dealing with people's arrogance or people's egos. Okay, well then speak your truth. That throat chakra is there. Trust what you're going to say too. You know what I mean? So let's get a closing message for this freaking weekend for you, Scorpio. You're coming off that new moon. This is looking good, feeling good, talking good. Good. All right. And this is perfect for you, Scorpio. Take a fucking trip. Because the moon and the sun are going to be right in the weekend in Sagittarius, and that's all about travel and having fun. So go see some shit. Do some new things. Talk to people cooler than you. It happens. Remember, pride. Okay? There are people cooler than you. Not many, but there are. I'm talking about this one. That's all I'm really talking about. All right, so Scorpio, that is going to do it for your freaking weekend. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Join the Vibe Tribe if you haven't already. And if you haven't, why haven't you? Go check it out. I'm going to be adding some more stuff as Christmas comes along and the holidays. I'm going to be doing some behind the scenes stuff. I am going to start rolling out exclusive content just for members. Lots of great stuff. Sign up. You're going to love it. All right, Scorpio, I love you all. Have a great weekend. I'm going to take you off the board and let's see who is next, and it's Libra. Welcome to the freaking weekend, Libra. Let's put your beautiful ass on the board. There we go. And let's get the vibe for you. Libra, we're coming off that new moon. Dealing with 12th house stuff this weekend. Looking at things from a different point of view. Getting down to it. Maybe getting down to the truth of the matter. You could be doing some soul searching this weekend and it will pay off really well for you. So let's get the vibe. Oop, there we are right there. That's weird how they came out. Whoa. And I shuffled these. Wow. Okay. Yeah, this is unbelievable. This was just like Scorpio's reading in a way. Wow. All right, so the devil here. The devil is don't be tempted to. King of Cups, let your emotions get the best of you this weekend. In fact, you calm your storm. You cool your jets. You only give and look at this weekend as a reciprocating kind of thing. I'm going to put my energy into things that pay off. I'm going to nurture my sense of stability and security. I don't need somebody to do that for me. I can do that myself. That's what this weekend is about. And Nine of Pentacles is reaching for that, actually the payoff. There's some kind of payoff here this weekend if you don't let your emotions get the best of you, okay? That's the general vibe for this. And the Pentacles here, so far I've done 2 readings, and 2 readings had a lot of Pentacles. So I'm looking at this as an opportune time, especially with finances. You know what I mean? A lot of people could be getting jobs, receiving some kind of money. All right, let's get some oracles. We got Just Breathe. Absolutely. For this weekend, just breathe. Detach. Yeah, detach from that emotional. What did you say? You know what I mean? That's how we do it. We detach, we breathe, and we put in the effort. Okay? Put in the effort. Excuse me, you might have something to say too, Libra, but put in the effort to building your dream here and nurturing. It's all about safety and security this weekend. Focus on that. Don't go crazy with this. This has a way for you to detach in the negative way, and then everything goes kaput. You see what I'm saying? So just be aware of that. All right? Let's get love and relationships. Boom. All right. Well, okay. Ooh, these showed up. Oh, look at that. Damn. All right. So detach from what has happened in the past. Maybe that's all right. So this new moon is giving you an opportunity to detach from this, whatever has caused chaos, because this doesn't look like chaos. This looks like grounded, very trustworthy, long-lasting energy here. Open up to it if you haven't received it. You know what I mean? The Queen of Wands is again nurturing. I can change. I can do this. This works out. And boy, does it ever. We have the Ace of Pentacles to the 10 of Pentacles. Again, this is long-standing, stable relationships. Open up to it. If you're not open to it, if you haven't received it, this could easily come your way at this time. The world, there could be a focus on traveling here. You could be dealing with a Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius, the fixed signs. But this is completing a cycle. Also, this is detaching from whatever turbulence, chaos has happened. But look at all this opportunity. Pentacles just doesn't mean money, but it means opportunity and a stability, like 2 feet on the ground that are strong, that support the rest of the body. If you follow me on that? And that's what this vibe for the relationship looks like. Like things finally working out. And if you're not seeing this, you need to detach from the chaos. That's that. Wow. I've been talking about second chances this whole time. Unfucking believable. This is why I love doing what I do. This is incredible. Second chance, reconciliation, making amends, and an opportunity here. Roll them dice. You will not get snake eyes. I'm telling you, Libra. The whole theme this weekend for everybody in some capacity is a second chance. A second chance at building a career here. There's definitely that. Building relationships, working on relationships. It's beautiful energy. Open up to it. That's the key. All right. Let's get what's the vibe. Wow, this is a great reading. I feel great about this. you know? I'm just in the feels of this reading. This is fantastic. All right. Oh, boy. Thrills. Continuous cycles, bad decisions, and addictions. Again, detach from this. This is exactly what they're telling you to detach from. Especially, I want you to pay attention to the top two. Addiction, for some of you. You may be dealing with somebody doing that, like a third party, second party kind of thing. But this, for the majority of you, is the bad decisions and continuous cycles. Now that you've detached from that or are about to, this shit pays off this weekend. This is a beautiful weekend. See, I'm getting deep, and I shouldn't be. It's supposed to be a fun, but the message is the message sometimes. I got to tell it. All right, let's get... This does look fun. It looks like a lot of family fun. It looks like focusing on that energy for yourself. It's establishing something if you didn't have that. You know what I mean? You're getting a second chance at something here. I mean, I can't believe that card came out because that's the vibe for this. All right. Ask a fucking expert for your closing message. Don't rely on your friends or the internet. Listen to a damn professional. That's right. You know, we think we see a TikTok video and all of a sudden we're, you know, a professional at what the help that we need. You know what I mean? Or that we think that we got it. No, ask a damn professional. This is basically saying nurture that part of you that needs to get answers so you can feel safe and secure. The weekend is brilliant for you, Libra. All right. That is going to do it. I'm telling you, I got to keep myself in check because I just want to babble and babble and babble and talk about this beautiful energy. But I'm going to tell you something. Just know this. For this weekend, it's beautiful, nurturing energy. Open up to it. There's a second chance here, Libra. Go for it. All right. That is going to do it for your freaking weekend. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let's go and take Libra off the board. Bye-bye. And let's see who is next. And it's Pisces. Welcome, Pisces, to the freaking weekend. Welcome, Pisces. Let's talk about it. The vibe for the weekend. Let's do it. Pisces, you look like you could have, and I say could, have an enjoyable weekend with this new moon in Scorpio in your 5th house. We've talked about that on the midweek reset tarot reading. Check that out if you haven't. And also on the live from Thursday night if you haven't checked that out. So it's a whole theme going on and good advice about the new moon. And you should be on your way to a good time. All right. So all these cards are face down except for this one, Pisces. And this is the Page of Cups. This is an opportunity coming your way here. I usually call it Cupid's arrow. Oh my God. Look at... You saw me shuffle these cards. If you guys are watching this one from the other, I mean, what is going on here? All right. All right. Don't be tempted to not take the offer. This says take the offer. Nurture yourself. Maybe you need to take the offer of just staying at home and doing the things that you enjoy. There's a big thing about joy about this, but everybody so far has gotten the 6 of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. So focus on reciprocating energy. We don't want to give ourselves to something that isn't gonna pay off. Your time is precious. You know, if you have the weekends off, some people do, not the majority of people do. I work on the weekends, but you know, I'm recording for the channel Tuesday and Wednesday, you know, and then the rest of the week I have open. But the thing is if you have time off in the weekend, your time is valuable. It really is. And you should keep that as a priority. Yeah, look, the devil is out again. Now, when I get 2 devils out, I'm thinking, you know, it could be and the 5th house is a very sexual house. So again, there's an opportunity here to reciprocate, feeling good, you know. It looks like the Queen of Pentacles should be smoking a cigarette, you know. She's just like, yeah. So the base chakra, again, all these readings so far have been about security and not surviving, but thriving, and seek grounding. We need to ground. Don't be tempted to get ungrounded. This is a big grounding energy. So if the weather is still tolerable in your area, I don't know where it would be, but, you know, get out there and ground. Getting out in nature is very important for you this weekend, okay? Yeah, so we're juggling with uncertainty. Again, don't be tempted to spoil your weekend scratching your head about what do I do? Trust the universe. Leave it up to the universe. I've got this. Walk away from this energy of, you know, and especially of getting out of wishy-washy energy with other people too. If you have to, again, your time is valuable, Pisces. So invest your weekend time into things that are going to pay off. And if that's just taking care of you, then so be it. You know what I mean? I give you permission, you know? Well, Jeff told me I could. All right, fine. That's not robbing a bank or quitting your job. It's, you know, it's really focusing on you and your well-being and your joy. All right, so we've got an oracle message, and it's distracted, sidetracked, change, and delays. Yes. So if there is delays, open up to what the delay is showing you. That's all. Don't get sidetracked. Nurture yourself. I got this. We got a plan this weekend. If it changes, okay. What's the change teaching you? That's the kind of approach you should take. All right? Let's get what's the vibe. Maybe you have been distracted over the last week or month. You know what I mean? And now it's time to not distract yourself. And it starts with taking care of yourself. Now, Pisces, this is right up your alley. Daydreaming. Head in the clouds, delusions, hopes, and dreams. Now, the big thing you can do is really focus on what, again, there's a distraction here, head in the clouds, come back down to earth. That's what this is. Okay? Come back down to earth. Get outside, ground. But this is really working on your hopes and dreams. Maybe you're releasing the illusion and delusion that you can build for yourself sometimes. You know, it's nobody's fault. It's just you have to be aware that you're susceptible to do that. This energy this weekend can really propel you to see, it almost lifts the veil. So you're like, oh, okay, now I get it. And you're good. You're good. This is a good, grounding, relaxing weekend. All right? And here's your closing message. Stop obsessing. Couldn't have said it any better. You are not the center of the fucking universe. You're not. Again, there's the delusion, the illusion, you know? You've been distracted. Okay, fine. Now I'm going to take care of it. I'm going to nurture myself so I'm not distracted. I trust the universe, that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? You got an excellent opportunity to do that. So, Pisces, that is going to do it for your freaking weekend. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget, watch your full tarot reading posted on Wednesdays at 10 a.m. for your leisure. And yeah, great energy this weekend, reciprocating all of that, but don't be tempted to get distracted, okay? You might just want to work on yourself and you get distracted with other plans, or you just doom scroll, or you waste your time. You know, it's not going to happen. Go out and have fun. Really, you need it. You need it. You need to get outside and have some fun. Get outside and have some fun. The universe says, trust, Pisces, with the Fool at the bottom of the deck. Don't be foolish. All right, I love you all. Let's take you off the board and see who is next on the freaking weekend, and it's Cancer. Welcome, Cancer, to the freaking weekend. Let's put you on the board. Boom. And let's get the vibe for you. All right. I mean, I record these readings right up until I have to leave the house. It's amazing. It's amazing. I just love my life. Bottom of the deck is the world. Okay, so the world is your oyster, Cancer. Go ahead and open up to it. Okay, you could be completing a cycle this weekend too with this new moon. It's about looking at different ways of being. Okay, different ways of being. Looking at things from a different perspective. You know, you're not always right. Okay, so open up to it. You could be, again, completing a cycle. This one reluctantly wants to come out. Okay, so very clear here. Five of Cups, Three of Swords, Ten of Cups. Wow, what a conflicting bunch of cards here. But they're really telling a story, okay? You ready? Let's go. Five of Cups, you're wasting your energy. You're focusing on the past. This is all, Cups and Swords are mental and emotional issues that need to be dealt with. Don't focus on that. This is what you do. Everything works out in my favor. The universe guides me. The earth supports me. I am loved. I am safe. I am protected. And so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's what you focus on. When your mind wants to take you into the past and you just waste the weekend away. You know what I mean? But it's not sitting in this. And usually I would say, hey, if you want to go ahead and just laze around all day, that's great. But this isn't what it is, because you've already in a vulnerable spot here. You know what I mean? And you got to change the way you're looking at things. But I also see some travel here too. So be aware of that. With that world at the bottom of the deck, that kind of set the tone. We've got the sun and the moon at the weekend time in Sagittarius, and that's all about travel. It's all about higher thinking and spirituality and all of that higher faculties, and you're not using them here. It's time to do that, okay? Really liking the messages this weekend for everybody. All right, Blossom. And this is the Judgment card. This is set yourself free from judgments. Again, this is where all this stems from. I dodged a bullet. I'm glad that this didn't work out because I dodged a bullet. You got to turn this on its ass or you're going to sit in this and waste it. There's a big lesson about that. And the point is set yourself free. Okay? Let's look at relationships. Let's see what else we have for you. Okay. What do we have for Cancer for the weekend? All right. Well, all right. All right. Again, don't be tempted to focus on anxiety and all of that. And, where is it? A lot of people, that's what I hear a lot of Cancer. Where is it? Where is my good time? Page of Wands. You're taking things way too seriously about relationships. Again, this is practicing gratitude. You can set yourself free by thank you for my beautiful relationships. Even if you're lonely and you don't have any, let's just say that, okay? And you're not satisfied. You act like you're having it instead of focusing on it. There's a big caution of not sitting in your shit this weekend. Go out there. There's an opportunity here. Somebody comes in and says, hey, let's go do this. Don't be like, no, I don't feel like it. I don't know, I'm just not myself. Which one do I keep? The one right here. Yeah, all right. Fantasy. Daydreaming, imagining, and fantasizing. Is that where we're wasting our energy? Or are we fantasizing and daydreaming and imagining a better way, a better relationship, a beautiful relationship? That's what that's kind of pointing to. Because you visualize it, you can manifest it, So let's get what's the vibe. What is the vibe? I'm seeing a lot of blue sparkles. So if anybody has been seeing that, I don't know exactly what it would mean, but I know I'm not having a stroke. So that's not it. All right. See, look, this is what you're sitting in. Consequences, bad choice, games, and mixed signals. This is what happens. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. But don't sit there and beat yourself up over it. Set yourself free from it. Again, there's some kind of thinking or mentality that you got to change on its ass. You know what I mean? All right. Closing message for you. I don't know. The Ten of Cups says you got an opportunity here to have a good weekend, but you've got such a strong temptation to just watch it all burn. You don't want to do that. You've got to change the way that you're looking at this stuff, guys. Really. Okay. Closing message is you are loved. Cancer. That is the whole reason why you're in this funk, because you're forgetting that you are loved. And this weekend, you could turn this energy on its ass. Okay? So just be aware of that. You are here for a reason. Don't fuck it up. The universe has spoken. Okay, so Cancer, that's going to do it for this weekend. Basically, don't fuck it up. And I love that message because you have to understand that you are here for a reason. Okay? So fantasize about what you're here to do, as long as it's good and it's positive and everybody benefits from it. And release your pain if you have to. Okay? I know you have to, so release it. All right, Cancer, that is going to do it for your freaking weekend. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget, if you didn't know, watch your midweek reset tarot reading, the vibe for Wednesday to all the way to Tuesday. Wednesdays at 10 a.m. And I love you, and you are loved. Book a reading with me, baby doll. We'll talk about it. Okay, let's take you off the board, Cancer. I love you all. Have a great weekend, and let's see who's next. And it's Capricorn. Welcome. Ooh, almost knocked over everything in my set. Capricorn, how you doing? Happy weekend. Happy weekend. Let's put you on the board, Capricorn. All right. I don't know what that's all about, but you're getting it. 24 karat goofiness. Hey, if you're getting 24 karat advice, it's got to be balanced out by some goofiness. And we try to keep it light on the freaking weekend. So, Capricorn, we're feeling this energy, this potential of what's going on here. And the third house is potential for short trips this weekend and communication, especially communication. Now, for some reason, I've been spitting these out just like regular, but I was just told 3 cards from the piles. All right. Wow. Pentacles. So, you're taking things way too serious. The Page of Wands comes in to say, yo, Capricorn, cut your shit. All right? The weekend is supposed to be enjoyed. Don't look at it this way. It looks like a lot of Capricorns may be struggling with the work issue. Abundance is a big thing here, and you need to open up to it. There's an opportunity here. Open up to it. You're wishy-washy about it. I don't know. Should I do it? Yes, you should. Yes. Okay? Big yes. But the Two of Pentacles is spinning a lot of plates. And you're wasting an opportunity here. Don't turn your back on it, okay? Communication is key, but this, Two Pentacles has to do with stability, money, that sort of thing. Feeling good, and you're too focused on, see what I have to do. It's almost like, it feels like a victim mentality, but, now that you're aware of it. Because that page of Wands is just like you're taking shit way too serious. Way too serious. What else do we have for Capricorn? There they are right there. Yeah. Have faith. The universe is teaching you something this weekend. Have faith. Okay? You need some clarity of belief. It's win or lose attitude. It's a different way of looking at things, of course, especially this opportunity, and take the lead. Instead of spinning it and trying to figure out what to do, and, really, that's what I see. Your wheels spinning, and you're not making any progress or movement. So you need to be aware that we don't need to do that. It's because you're not being flexible enough. I feel that too. So, something you've been waiting for pays off. There's another payoff that you need to open up to. Anything else? Let's see what we got for love and relationships this weekend. What's the vibe for that? Yeah. All these are face down except for the Judgment card. That means pay attention to me first. Set yourself free from judgments of others, past relationships, all that shit. You know what I mean? Scorpio energy could have you getting down to it. You know what I mean? Letting go of the fear of failure and empowering yourself. That's the big thing this weekend. Empowerment. Don't sit in it. Empower it. Especially when it comes to relationships. If it's just not vibing, go do some vibing yourself. You know what I mean? You don't need to wait around. That ain't gonna happen. All right. First one is time. Waiting, cycles, moments. Yeah, again, this is what I see a lot of Capricorns doing. Waiting for somebody else. No. No, go do your thing. I get this strong message for that. Wow. I mean, the shit is flowing today. Usually, every time I record, I mean, the shit flows. It's effortless. It takes no effort whatsoever for spirit to flow through me. But today, holy shit, I am locked in. Return, second chances, opportunity, and making amends. Again, don't wait to do it. Do it. Say it. You start it. Don't wait for somebody to do it. Wow. And what did we talk about? Everything this weekend is second chances. Don't fuck it up. All right. Let's get, what's the vibe, right? Because we just got, yeah. I'm telling you, I am so high off these readings. I'm just, wow. Wow, look at this. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, put these back. This is the only one that matters. You can't make this shit up. Capricorn, pay attention. Time. Delay. Procrastination. Too busy. That's another thing, too. You've got to make time. You can't make this shit up. You can't. What's the possibility of that falling out of both different decks? Pay attention to the message being told to you here. Wow. Maybe it is time. Maybe that's what you're doing. You're sitting on your ass. It's time. If you got to make amends, don't wait for somebody to do it. Take the initiative. Take the lead. Wow. Wow. Closing message is, you got a feeling you just can't shake. That little voice inside you, listen to that shit. We wait for nobody. We make this happen. That's that. I'm not going to procrastinate. I'm not going to say I'm too busy to work on this. I'm going to work on it. And that's the way it's going to go. Just like a Capricorn should. All right, Capricorn, that is going to do it for your freaking weekend. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Remember, you got all the time in the world. Stop trying to juggle all of it. You know what I mean? That's incredible. Incredible. So don't turn your back on an opportunity here. Man, that's really good. That is really good. All right, Capricorn, have a great weekend. Let's take you off the board and let's see who is next. These are all stuck together. And it's Taurus. Welcome, Taurus, to the freaking weekend. Let's put you on the board. There you go. Now, this new moon is happening in your seventh house of relationships in the outer world. So how's that working for you so far? Maybe you've seen that in the course of your week, but you feel it building up, So if you're single, there could be you getting to the bottom of actually opening yourself up to a relationship. Again, there's this second chance energy that comes around this weekend for everybody. So be aware of that. Let's get the vibe. Ace of Cups. Yep, opening up to a relationship. 7, oh my God, Justice. Justice is Libra, and that is rules the 7th house. Yeah, this is it. You coming out. This is a big message for singles, okay? You're coming out of your hermit mode. You are getting an opportunity here that balances the scales, and you're opened up to a really good weekend this weekend. I got a feeling that all the energy balances out. It's really you focusing on some self-care this weekend, Taurus. Really. That's what you have to do. Also opening up to a relationship. Maybe it's you taking care of the relationship with yourself also. That new moon brings in that potential for that. So, wow, I like that a lot. Let's get an oracle for you. And there it is. Wow, healing begins. Yes, absolutely. Because that Ace of Cups is always about healing. Beautiful. And nurture, yeah. Empress energy. This is you not chasing anything but attracting it this weekend. This is beautiful energy. I also like 3, 6, 9, and 9. You're manifesting something here. A lot of you single Tauruses could be manifesting a relationship. I'm telling you. Wow. This is beautiful energy for you, Taurus. Beautiful energy. Let's get relationships. I'm curious to see what's going to come out of here. Is that it? Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Getting out of this indecision and moving into, there's an apology coming. Knight of Pentacles always brings in an apology of some sort, an opportunity, and the Chariot, success. Now, you could really probably be trying to wrestle with all this stuff, this relationship stuff, and all of a sudden it comes around again. I'm telling you, there's a big energy for that. So let's get some more oracles to give us the vibe for this weekend and see what is going on. Wow. Pay attention to the messages, kids. Healing. Yes. Releasing, purifying, cleansing. And it's focusing on crystals and maybe some sound therapy. We have both of those at the Circle of Light Spiritual Center. And obscurity. Secrets, mysteries, and concealing. Yes. And I really feel that you're opening up to the mystery of love, of abundance, all of that. I see you getting this epiphany, and you start to use tools that help you get to what you want to get. And this weekend looks just healing as hell. If there is a sound bath in your area, do it. You know, if anyone's offering something that you can go to, like a meditation or something, or a release, do it. Actually, watch the replay from Thursday's live. We do a new moon meditation. Do that also. I mean, it's about you taking care of you, and you really get down to what the secrets are, and, you know, the secret of life even. I mean, this is beautiful energy for this weekend. I mean, damn. All right, let's keep going. Isolation, yeah, with that Hermit card. Absolutely, isolation. Rejected, left alone, or self-inflicted. So you're releasing that. A lot of Tauruses don't like to be alone. They got to have somebody around them. But this is really you doing the solo thing if you can, you know, but really doing the inner work for yourself this weekend. It pays off big time. All right, let's get a closing message for you, Taurus. Wow. Fantastic readings this weekend. Wow. Definitely feeling that new moon energy and all of that. Okay. Taurus, closing message. You're the best thing to ever happen to you now. What a fucking great message. What a great message. Go easy on your ass. Buy your own damn drink. That's right. We don't need that. If we're going to feel fulfilled, we need to be fulfilled with ourselves. And that is gold, boys and girls. That's the secret. And then you allow that in. And some of you, if you're in a coupled relationship, you may need to isolate yourself to work on yourself. You can't do everything together. You know what I mean? You could be going through some of that too. So Taurus, I mean, what a weekend. This is incredible for you. So please like, share, comment, and subscribe. That's going to do it for your freaking weekend. What incredible energy. Don't forget to watch the midweek reset where we get down to it, where we go over all the astrology and the energy from Wednesday to Tuesday. All right, Taurus, let's take you off the board and see who is next. Have a great weekend. Let's see who's next. All right. And it's Leo. All right, Leo. Welcome to the freaking weekend. Let's put your beautiful ass on the board. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah. Welcome, Leo, to the freaking weekend. Let's get the vibe for us for this wonderful weekend in a fellow fire sign. We've got a lot of energy, the moon and the sun, both in Sagittarius around the weekend. Very good. Could be fiery for us, you know. But you know what? We got this. Could be feeling very motivated. Let's get the vibe. Ooh. Oh, come on. But these remain. Oh, hell. Oh. Oh. Leo, this is incredible. Every single one of these cards is a major card. Every single one. So, oh boy. Wow. I've never had this happen before. Never had this happen. Wow. Leo. Whew. 5 major cards. Anytime major cards are all lined up like this in a reading, which I find very rare, because there's 78 cards in this fucking deck. This is a big deal. This is a big deal. In the middle is the Fool. So there's a message here. There's a twofold message for us, Leo. Number 1, this is a reset. We need to take it. We need to trust it. We need to take that first step. Okay? 2, don't be foolish to step into something unless you know it's going to work out for you. You know, you're taking a calculated risk because it feels good to make this move. That's what you should base that on. Okay? Be patient with the process, though. Everything in divine timing, and divine timing is working in your favor. Always, always, always. But you need to empower yourself and take action, which leads to the Fool. Progress with the Chariot and success leads to completion, and the world is your oyster. This is a fucking beautiful reading. I have never, in all the years of doing tarot for you, ever had a reading come out like this, where it's all major cards, and they're the heavy hitters. These are the heavy hitters of the tarot. I mean, wow. This weekend was a big deal, because you're a big deal. I'm trying to figure out how this is going to fit with me, because I got no fucking plans this weekend. You know what I mean? Like, woo! Do you see the way that popped out? So I'm really trying to like fit it in here. Yeah, look at this. You cannot, the Temperance and the Fool card are out again. And more majors from a different deck. Leo, happening in real time. Happening in real time. Fantastic. The Temperance and the Fool card. Trust, balance, everything in due time. Wow. Something coming together here. Wow. I'm just so impressed with this. All major cards, even these from a different deck. Okay. Let's look at love. Something here, trust, things coming together. Integrating, not being foolish. Because this could all go tits up with being foolish. You know what I mean? So we're not going to do that, but it's very successful energy. It's good. It's really good. So let's look at love and relationships. You know, we're in the throes of this new moon in Scorpio. And, oh, that card's bent. And it's happening in our 10th house of all public recognition and career and all of that, and opening ourselves up to the world. I mean, it's the potential, it's the opportunity here. It's planting that seed, you know, being understanding of, I mean, this is just crazy. It's crazy. All right. So for this, we have the King of Pentacles. Yeah. Feeling secure, confident. 9 of Pentacles, knowing you deserve it in all areas of your life. And 8 of Wands, messages coming in and things moving quick. There's a quickness in all of this too, you know, by playing it right and not being foolish and just trusting the process in every area of your life. What an incredible. Wow. I love it. I love it. And, you know, everything's adding up to it. So be aware of that. All right, let's get some more oracles for you. Yeah, I'm stunned over this reading, and I'm a Leo too, so. All right. So, let's go. Boundaries. Does that say ho? Oh, no. The shoe fits. Boundaries. No, drawing the line and enough. Yeah, definitely saying that here. You know what I mean? So don't be foolish by not putting up boundaries, whatever comes your way. And chemistry. Attraction, spark, and passion. That's evident here. That's what you need to get on. But also there's a message here for you, Leo, that because of the two Fool cards, this is also pointing to two people coming together. You know what I mean? So be aware of that. You heard it here first, especially for this weekend. So let's get what's the vibe. Let's see what else is cooking. So boundaries, drawing the line, enough. And that's another thing. You are going for it. If there's an attitude along with this, it's I'm going for it. Okay? Now, the don't be foolish, the two fools out here is, so we've had two things. Don't be foolish by not putting up boundaries and saying enough is enough. And another don't be foolish is being salty. Got a big problem with that. If anybody knows me, I got a big problem with being salty, bitter, angry, and petty. Don't be foolish by going down this road with this. You know what I mean? Instead, Leo, what you want to do this weekend is recharge. Breathe, let go, and clear your mind. You know what I mean? Instead of being salty. But it's time to recharge. Good time to do that. But with this reading, it's crazy. Can't wait to see how this plays out for you, So let's get a closing message because this is said enough. Let's not mince words here. You could be traveling too. So if you get an opportunity to travel, take it. You know what I mean? Or maybe some of you have to say no. Maybe I just need to recharge. So, okay. Oh, all right. All right. Make it rain, baby. Just don't go to the strip club. Okay? That's the only thing. You don't want to make it rain at the strip club. You want to talk about buyer's remorse, but just be aware of that, okay? Leo, so what an incredible reading. That is going to do it for, if you want to book a reading with me, go ahead. Hit the wrong button, but did I? Make it rain. Make it rain my way. Book a reading with me, okay? It helps support the channel and my drug addiction. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It just seems like the most inappropriate thing to say, All right, so Leo, thank you so much for watching the Freakin' Weekend. That's going to do it. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget, watch your midweek reset tarot reading. That's Wednesdays at 10 a.m. We go over everything. Watch these together, okay? And, that's going to do it for us. So let's take you off the board, Leo. Have a great weekend. That looks fantastic. Let's give these cards a shuffle because, the energy's got to reset after that. Leo just had a fantastic reading. I've never had that happen. All major cards. That was incredible. Really, really kind of showing the sign for us Leos that, make it happen, make it rain. Exactly. All right, so we got the deck cleared. Let's go ahead and see who is next. And it's Aquarius. All right. Leo's opposite. Welcome, Aquarius, to the Freakin' Weekend. Let's put you on the board. Oof, look at that. Love that. We're going to give it one more shuffle. And then we're going to get the vibe for you this weekend. Let's see what we got. Anything else for Aquarius? No. I just feel feeling like I got a feeling. All right, there it is. Thank you. Okay. This weekend is a mix of things. You're going to definitely get some offers here, but there's an offer here to just kind of, if you need to relax and chill, Aquarius. We don't want to overwork ourselves. Get the rest you need. Feet on the ground approach, especially how you're approaching this weekend. We're in this Scorpio new moon, and it's in your 4th house of home. Interesting, 4 of Swords, 4. So that kind of clarifies that in my book. And also, you get an opportunity here. Slow and steady, okay? However, the Knight of Cups and the world, the energy can change this weekend for you, where you get an offer, and it's kind of, you're letting things to rest also, which completes a cycle, and that's great. That's growth. But Knight of Cups, there may be an offer coming in. Page of Pentacles brings news of something, but it's about getting rest this weekend, and for some of you, travel. All right, so a hodgepodge of energy this weekend. Interesting. So, my lovely Aquariuses, let's get some oracles for you for the freaking weekend. Just that? Yeah. Okay. Healing begins, yeah. With the 4 of Swords and this card, it's time. It's definite time. Pull back that veil. The opportunity is there. You can complete a lot with that. Let's look at relationships and love for you, Aquarius. Wow, those cards do not want to go together. That, to me, is an indication of resistance in a relationship. So that may be Ace of Cups. Weirdly in the deck. I want you to be aware of that, okay? Of course, Aquarius, this is an odd reading. Yeah, these cards do not want to go together. And that's again, a clear indication. My deck tells me that there's some resistance here, Jeff. And it just feels weird. It feels tacky. Like my deck feels tacky. So I don't know what you guys are doing. What are you guys doing? Let me know in the comments. You don't have to divulge too much. Oh, well, I kind of see now. Yeah, there's definitely a change in the way things are being handled here, Aquarius. I want you to be aware of that. You're too busy in shoulda, woulda, coulda energy. That's what I call those 3 cups. You're not realizing the opportunities behind you because you're still fixated or sad about something. It's time to put it to rest. That's what that 4 of Swords also says. And healing begins when we release our burdens with the 10 of Wands. Beautiful. Okay, we're releasing. So there's a big thing of releasing here. Page of Wands. Again, now we have 2 pages, and this is an opportunity to change. This is also a clear indication that you're taking it way too seriously, And the 7 of Wands is an indication of protect your energy around other people. Boundaries, not letting people just dump all over you. You see what I'm saying? There's that kind of thing, but stand your ground, Don't let yourself go back into this. It's time to put that to rest. It's time to heal and move forward. There's opportunities here for change, definitely. So this weekend is kind of like, who you thought you were going to be around may kind of change. So, all right. Distance, separation, space, and blockage. Well, there's definitely a blockage here, and it's focusing on the past. Also, separation. So you could be in no contact. Put it to rest. You need some rest. You know what I mean? Because I think both parties involved are in an emotional storm here. So this is turmoil, unstable, and affected. So what's going on? What is she doing? Oh, she's just kind of, well, we don't want that kind of weekend. What we want to do is get some distance between you and those feelings. That's the big thing. That's how I'm taking that, is to put yourself in a lot of distance from an emotional storm. And you do that by not allowing it, okay? All right, so let's get what's the vibe. Got to make it a habit to turn my mic with me. You know, these things you learn as you do this, and, well, let's just say this. I love fucking doing what I'm doing, okay? All right, now, exhausted. That could be part of that emotional storm. What the hell? What does it say? Burnt out, burdened, and empty, okay? Which can lead to this, hopeless. I mean, what's going on here, Aquarius? Loss, depression, and I don't like saying that word, but you can read it. So you need to put some distance between all of this. There's a clear indication that you need some rest. You know what I'm saying? It's time to heal that. This weekend is a time for healing for you. Nothing wrong with that. I encourage it, you know? And the World card here says that there's some completion here, but also it could also mean some travel. But you need some rest. You definitely need some rest. There's no doubt about that. All right, let's get a closing message for you, Aquarius. Didn't mean to be I'm telling you, try to keep it light, but I mean, it still looks like there's offers here. Plenty of pages and nights abound, but you're in a funky spot. Maybe this is the weekend to get your ass out of it. You know what I mean? I think it's clear. And I've been talking to the face camera that whole time and I didn't switch it over. All right, so closing message for you, Aquarius, is time to let go. You can't make this shit up. Move the fuck on. You heard it here, folks. You know what I mean? Because this ain't feeling good. And if it don't feel good, you can't try to make it feel good. You know what I mean? And I could use a lot of examples that would make it crystal clear for you, but don't want to do it on YouTube. You know what I mean? So you get what I'm talking about. So Aquarius, that is going to do it for your weekend. Get some distance between you and those ick feelings. You know what I mean? Yeah, and the only way to do it is to heal. And look at this stuff and say, all right, no more. It's when you say no more, didn't turn the mic, is when the healing begins. But this looks good. Like, maybe that's what you're working on during the week, but you nail it, Aquarius, okay? So, thank you so much for watching. Let's give these cards a little rink-a-dink shuffle. Let's take you off the board, Aquarius. I love you. Have a great weekend. And let's see who is gonna be next. And it's Aries. Welcome, Aries. To the freaking weekend. Let's put you on the board. There you go. Welcome, Aries. Okay. Happy weekend. This new moon, you're probably still, of course, you're still feeling, giving you some ideas about changing your routine, okay? And trimming the fat out of your daily routine. And wow, the World card just wants to pop out for everybody, okay? You may be traveling with your loved one or something like that. There's definitely that happening. Okay. Go with the flow this weekend and take action. Yeah, I see movement here and opportunities coming your way. Maybe a partnership with somebody you love or something like that. You see how it all unfolds and boom, the world could be traveling. Lots of travel going on. And it's really cool because this weekend is heavily in Sagittarius. The moon, I mean, the sun just moves into Sagittarius and the moon will be visiting it too. You know, I mean, and Sagittarius is all about travel. Sagittarius is the 9th house of travel. I mean, that's just crazy. So you get an opportunity to go with a couple or something like that, or you and your spouse or whatnot, out, or completing a cycle here. But the main thing is going with the flow, trusting your intuition, Aries. That's the big thing, okay? So let's get some oracles and see what we have here. You know what's really weird is when I'm doing the freaking weekend, and I've actually done it for all my tarot readings now, except for the live, but I put music in the background. And it's really weird to be doing the freaking weekend and there's not some like, you know, lo-fi beat playing in the background. You know what I mean? So it's just weird. There's awkward silence when I stop talking. All right. Boy, we got some messages flying out for you. All right, this is it. Wow. Yeah, some challenging times we could have had. And it's time to heal those, absolutely. Perfect. That may be the action you're taking that's giving you an opportunity there. Sacral chakra, yes. Do things that are joyful this weekend, okay? Open up to that. Focus on joy and stability. Beautiful. And believe and succeed. Hell yeah. So this is coming out of the challenging times. You're healing that, bringing back joy into your life, and possibly with a partner if you are single, okay? Speaking of single, Aries. Let's take a look at love and relationships. Ooh. Oh, look at that, the lover. Holy shit. Wow. Yeah, definitely about relationships here. Interesting. All right. The Two of Swords shows with relationships, you don't know which, you're trying to make a decision here. You know, it's difficult. I understand it. But some of you just need to walk away from that, really take off the mask, the blindfold. Not the mask, but the blindfold that she's wearing. Okay, be aware of that. Knight of Wands, action taking place, moving towards it, an opportunity to heal this or whatever it is, or finally leave it. And the Lovers, I mean, ring-a-ding-ding, ding-a-ding-ding. You know what I mean? Like, that's a good energy. Why sit in that? Fix that. Sacral chakra is also childhood issues, so maybe you got some childhood shit to work on. We all do. You know? Oh. Okay. Oh. All right. Jeez. For some of you, Aries, we could be clinging. Like pearls. Holding on, obsessing, spying. Don't be doing that shit. You know? I don't know. Maybe that's specific for some of you, you know? Not all. And then also lusting. Forbidden, Is this non-committal? Yeah, non-committal and sexual energy. Yeah, there's definitely sexual energy. If I ring the bell like that, you know, you know what it is. And, loyalty. See, maybe you just have like a big golden retriever. You know what I mean? Have fun. Trusting, reliability, and believing. So, being loyal, you know, growing in that aspect with your relationships. It's a positive slant on relationships here. Maybe finally coming out of difficult times if you are, you know, with somebody right now, you know, so that's good. This is progress. And I think we kind of touched this on your midweek reset. So make sure you check that out. Okay. Let's get what's the vibe and add what else. And you know what, sacral with the lusting thing? Yeah, that's another thing because that's your pleasure center. So interesting. All right, so this weekend, laughter, absolutely, happiness, joy, and healing. That's what we focus on. You know what I mean? That creates a great weekend. Now, let's get a closing message for you from the Rebel deck. And see what's going on. So yeah, offer coming in here, you know. I like it. It's very, very sexual. All right. Also, closing message, get some fucking sleep. You're probably gonna need it after this weekend. You're being an ass because you're fucking tired. Face to pillow now. Okay. Face to pillow. That could be some of that sexual energy. I don't know. Aries. I'm kind of like tiptoeing around this, you know, like, kind of energy. It's kind of hot. So enjoy yourself. Aries, I think that was one of the most steamiest readings I've done for the weekend. But that's going to do it for your freaking weekend. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to watch your full midweek reset tarot reading. That's posted on Wednesdays at 10 a.m. We also go live on Thursdays, and we're doing new moon readings. We did new moon readings on Thursday. Check that out. We also did a new moon meditation. So yeah, lovely Aries. Good sexy energy there. Ow. Have fun. I'm jealous. All right, Aries, let's taking you off the board. Have a great weekend. And let's see who's next, and it's Virgo. Welcome, Virgo, to the freaking weekend. Let's put you on the board. Bingo. All right. Let's see what we got. What do we have for Virgo for this weekend? Virgo, you're in this Scorpio new moon, of course. And it's happening in your 11th house. Now, we had an interesting reading. For your midweek reset. And look at this. Are you kidding me? Wow. I don't know. My guides told me focus. Stop talking. So no, the mic didn't cut out. I just got locked in for some reason because it's very important the way I lay this out. Wow. Okay. Yeah, this is fucking great. All right, so Virgo. A couple things here. We did have an interesting midweek reset reading. So if you haven't checked that out, go and check that out. That was posted on Wednesday. And I think for this, with this new moon, you're closing out a cycle. You just have to understand that you really need to know that when things come around, they go around. There's a thing, karmic thing, again, a second chance at something here. And I really think it's a second chance at a relationship, if that is some of where you're going. You're just strong enough. You have an opportunity to go feet on the ground to really balance this out and make this work. Things balance out. This is what this energy feels like things complete. I like it. But it's going to take some inner strength, and it's not a problem. It's just being open to it. I like the World card. There could be some traveling here. The World card is always travel. You know, if we had the Two of Wands out here, sure, we'd have travel. Two of Cups, that could be traveling with your significant spouse, or maybe significant spouse or other, you know, I don't even know, you know, your dude, your chick, whatever. Now I just lost what I was going to say. But yeah, the World card would always mean, always means travel in some way. So darkest fears are playing here with the Nine of Swords. That's some anxiety. We need to just, yeah, there's movement here. Definitely with the Chariot. Moving towards balancing and strengthening bonds. Yeah, so again, I'm telling you, I don't know. I'm getting a strong message for some of you Virgos that something is coming around again and you thought it was over, and lickety split, here we are. I'm serious. You heard it here first. Or single Virgos could be actually opening up and meeting somebody. The problem is that you're like, when? And oh my God, look at that. Oh my God. And that's the thing. The when isn't important. You're stuck on the when with the Hangman and the Temperance card. In divine timing, you see those two cups? That angel getting the mix right, the universe getting the mix right. Let go of the expectation and just open up to it. Have faith. Your darkest fears are that it's never going to come your way. And I'm here to tell you you're wrong. In fact, the Six of Wands is moving towards justice. This could also mean some engagement for some of you, or maybe you thought you were going to get engaged, but I'm telling you, it's coming back around again. And then the Two of Cups. That's fucking great. That's great. A lot of you could be meeting your soulmate. A lot of you could be deepening your relationships. This is a very lovey relationship reading here, Virgo. Just have faith. It's brilliant. It's beautiful. It's kind of telling you that you're stuck on a time frame here, and it's about alignment. It's not about time. Okay? All right, yeah, exhaustion. Depletion, drained, long journey. Again, a journey here, a long journey. Or maybe it's been a long journey to keep the faith. Well, guess what? You have to keep doing it. You just don't do it when you feel like it, or you're, trying to act out of desperation. You don't do that. That keeps it at bay. All right. So let's get, what's the vibe? So this weekend looks, again, you can meet, I'm gonna throw it out there. I'm gonna throw my reputation out there and say that some of you may be in a position where you meet somebody through a friend group. Okay. Now, let's look at this. Envy. Resentful, competitive, and discontent. This could be stopping a lot of your manifesting. I think this weekend you're letting that go. Okay. And running. Escape, denial, and excuses. Enough of those. It's not getting you what you want. You see how this is all kind of fitting? So again, this energy is way too good not to enjoy it this weekend. Again, second chances at something here. I'm telling you. Let's get a closing message for you, Virgo. What is the closing message for Virgo? So yeah, there's no longer running from love. It's coming for you. And again, you don't chase it, you attract it. All right, closing message, Virgo. They broke your heart. Fuck them. Absolutely. And part of you opening up to the fact that you can finally let this go and handle it the way you should. For some reason, I'm really comfortable holding the mic and talking like this. Should I do some ASMR? Is that what they call it? ASMR? Yeah. Virgo. Isn't that freaky? That's freaky shit. Anyway, Virgo. They broke your heart. Let it go. Heal yourself. Okay? Start the process this weekend. And stop putting on a time of when and just say now. I open up to it now. And this will totally change everything for you. This will change the game. Trust me. And meeting somebody through a group of friends. You heard it here first. All right. That is going to do it for your freaking weekend tarot reading. Virgo, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to watch your midweek reset tarot reading. That is posted on Wednesdays at 10 a.m. So yeah. And we talked about a lot of these kind of themes with that reading. So damn. And I just love the Two of Cups. Like that. I mean, this is just a great representation of it. So awesome. All right, Virgo, have a great weekend. We're going to take you off the board and we are going to see who is next. All right, let's see. Gemini. Welcome, Gemini, to the freaking weekend. All right, Gemini. That new moon energy is hitting your 8th house. 8th house can cover a lot, but it can mean a lot of things, So it's gonna kind of have to fit where you're at. Let's put you on the board before we even get that far. But the 8th house, like we talked about in your midweek tarot, is it's about healing. Okay. But this energy this weekend gives us a second chance at something. Everyone's readings have kind of leaned to that. So let's see what it has in store for you, Gemini. Thank you so much for being here. I love you all. Oh, damn. I'll tell you what's up. You want to know what's up, Gemini? I'll tell you what's up. First of all, I don't even know where to go first. First of all, 6 of Swords. New way of thinking. Implement that, take action, feel secure in what you're doing here. Very, very, very a strong indication of feet on the ground, being practical, an offer coming in. I mean, you're just moving. And maybe you could literally be moving. But this is 10 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands. I mean, everything here is lining up to doubling down and nurturing that. Changing the way that you're looking at things and taking action, taking your power back is paramount. And then an offer comes in. You could be really celebrating with family or a huge party. Something's going on here. Maybe early Thanksgiving thing, you know? Maybe you get an offer to do that. But this is you like no more bullshit kind of thing, you know? So love that for you. Love that for you. All right. Anything else? Yeah. Speaking your truth. That's one. Yeah. Don't be tempted to go back on old ways of thinking and think before you speak. I know Gemini, so filter. You know what I'm saying? And have faith. Having faith is big in all of this. 2 5s equals the 10. 4 of Wands has, you know, things to do at home. I mean, this is just, you could be just relaxing and partying at home. This is really good energy. But it's nurturing your safety and security and getting a second chance. Maybe some of you are getting a second chance at a property or something that you thought didn't come through. I'm getting that message for specifically. That's another thing. Towards the end of these readings, it's very specific about who the messages are for. So let me know in the comments, you know, if that resonates with you, of course, you know, because this is a general reading, but this shows really good nurturing energy and speaking it into existence, speaking your happiness into existence, okay? But it looks great. Communication is key, as it always is with you, Gemini. We just can't do it the way we used to. You know, we can't say it and then think about it afterwards. We can't do that. Okay, so let's get, all right, don't turn your back on an opportunity here. Wow. The Emperor out again. Yeah, let down your walls. You're kind of being stubborn, especially when it comes to relationships. Don't be tempted to turn your back on an opportunity. Don't be tempted to keep those walls up. Speak your truth. The Emperor taking their power back. So this is an empowered weekend energy for you. And the Fool card, what? Yeah, that's good. Don't be foolish. And opportunities here. Could be a second chance. 444 on the board. Right there, boom. I think that's the first set of numbers I got. Protection and stability. Yeah, this is exactly what this is all about for you. And I love that. I love that for you. Now, let's get some oracles that go along with this. So, could be a surprise party you go to, maybe. There's an offer here that you need to take, okay? So, be aware of that. Bluff, pretending, mask, exaggeration. Again, so don't be foolish. Don't exaggerate how you're feeling. You know what I mean? That's a big thing because we have the throat chakra here. So be aware of that. And fantasy, daydreaming, imagining, and fantasizing. Okay. Make it a reality this weekend. Make all your dreams come true. All right, let's get what's the vibe. Telling you. Ooh. Wow, that card came out of nowhere. Narcissist. Egotistical, opportunist, and fragile. All right. Don't go for that. If that narcissist or whatever comes around again, don't do it. Okay, don't do it. Distance, divorce, ghosted, separation. So there could be some separation. Don't turn your back on that. I think for some of you, the separation is temporary. But separate yourself. Put yourself in distance from people that talk shit. You know what I mean? I think that's what it is talk shit. You don't want that. And you better not be talking shit. I don't think you will. You're going to be too busy having fun. So maybe you have a little too much at the company party and you said something wrong, or, you know, you had some inter-office relations. Those never work out. They never fucking work out. All right, U equals tight ass. Loosen the fuck up, control freaks, don't get laid. Well, there it is, Gemini. But listen, the 444 has it, honey. Protection and stability. Love that for you. And dream big. Don't bluff. You know what I mean? Don't pretend, don't exaggerate, don't listen to people that exaggerate. You know. But this is an empowering energy that you need to really embrace this weekend. And for God's sake, have some fun, okay? All right, Gemini, that is going to do it for your tarot reading. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Absolutely. It looks like good energy. Lots of fours, lots of home energy. That's home, you know, and you're protected. You get to move forward. You go with confidence and really taking the upper hand. I love that for you. Don't forget to watch your midweek reset tarot reading. Of course, Gemini, I love you all. Have a great weekend, and let's see who is next. Oh, last but not least, right? Oh my God, we're done. Wow. Sagittarius. It's your season. Happy birthday. If it's your birthday this weekend. It's all about you, Sag. I can't believe you're last. But so we're coming out of this heel of this the new moon. And it's taking place in your second house of self-worth. So how are you feeling? Are you feeling good about yourself? Say it. I feel good. I like myself. People like me. I'm worthy. I deserve all I ask for. You know what I mean? It's time to be positive, and you bring in that positive energy. You know, we need that after that Scorpio season. You know what I'm saying? So let's get the vibe for you, Sag. Last but not least, happy birthday. Welcome to Sagittarius season. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So what we've got here is a big focus on put your time and energy into things that are going to pay off, Sag. Okay. We do not want to focus on the drama. Maybe you had to deal with this. You're dealing with competing, all of that. And we don't want to go there. Okay. What we want to do is release ourselves from this drama. We don't need to compete. We need to trust. We need to trust that the universe has your back. Of course it does. It always does. It does even more when you believe that and embrace that attitude. And you don't have to struggle. You don't have to challenge. But this is put time and focus into things that need to get done. Okay? Put time and focus into you, healing yourself, keeping the drama at bay, working together. I see you working together, a couple or a family working together and getting over the drama, okay? I really like that. So let's get some oracles. But it's time to nurture your self-worth and heal that part of you and actually working with people. So this isn't like a solitary kind of energy this weekend. So that's good. That's good. And and you're strengthening bonds. Daydreams and decisions. Yeah, another 7. It's time to put those into practice, into manifesting. Yeah, it's time to rebuild. With the Tower. Maybe that's what all that is. And just breathe this weekend. Deep breaths. Maybe doing some breath work would help for you, Sag. Again, don't let the drama suck you in. It's like a black hole. Oop, the oven's preheated. Wonderful. You hear it in the background? Did you ever put a frozen pizza in the oven? Like I will never eat frozen pizza ever again. But when I did, I'll never forget. I came home late one night, put a frozen pizza in the oven, and I woke up to like, what is that smell? I cooked this pizza, this Tony's Pizza, this cheap shit pizza, to a crisp. It was probably all for the better. I was so bummed. All right, so it just made me think of that. Ooh, look at this. Have faith, Sag. Whatever you're waiting for, it's on its way, especially about relationships. Again, it's time to rebuild. We have the sun and the moon out. Very interesting. The sun and the moon are both in your sign. I want you to pay very close attention to this. I want you to understand that with light, there is dark. The sun is the reflection of the moon. I mean, the moon is the reflector of the sun. The moon doesn't have its own light. It is the reflection of the sun's, okay? It is the mirror to each other. So your relationships are like mirrors, okay? And the Wheel of Fortune, yeah. Play the lottery. Isn't the lottery up to like an obscene amount of money? You could be dealing with a Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius. But it's time, especially when it comes to a relationship. You've been rebuilding out of this into a very good spot to manifest something with a relationship. I love the way that looks. I love the symbolism of it. I love it. All right. Let's get some more. Let's see. With confusion, yeah, there is some confusion here. Got to make some decisions. Uncertain, yeah, the moon. Unclear and unsure. Go with confidence. Trust that what the universe brings to you, you're manifesting, you know what I mean? And stress, yeah, turbulence, tensions, and arguments. And that's what you're dealing with. It puts you in a confusing state. But I want you to center that energy and foundation. Establish family and security. I like that. That's what we lean towards, is our established relationships. And not letting the stress of the week get to us. You know what I mean? So let's get what's the vibe. There we go. Ooh. God. And lust. A lot of people are getting this, and I see this. Greed by any means necessary and inconsiderate. So be aware. Again, it seems like there's some people around you that you just cannot deal with. But, however, this, I think you're bound and determined to get what you want. And oh boy, do you. So let's get a closing message for you, Sag. And Sag can lust, can't they? You know? I don't know. Just stay out of the drama. And maybe that's what somebody else is lusting on one of your partners. You know what I mean? That card is even icky to touch. You know, it's just fucked. All right, Sag, for this freaking weekend and for your Sag season, let's go by this. You are giving too many fucks. Give 0. Boom. That's Sag season. Not giving any fucks at all. And releasing this drama and confusion and all of that, Sag. So, wow. That is going to do it for your Sag season beginning freaking weekend. Said that all in one breath. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that bell notification. That'll let you know when all these beautiful readings come out for you, Sagittarius. Last but not least, thank you so much for watching the freaking weekend, and thank you, everybody. That's going to conclude this episode of the freaking weekend. Pay attention to the energy around you. Be joyful this weekend. Do things that make you joyful. No judgment, whatever it is. As long as it's in the mean of, decency and common sense. So again, let's take Sag off the board and just enjoy this weekend. This is starting that holiday season vibe. Open up to it. Don't put so much credence into things, but to vibes. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. I love you all. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that stuff. React with the video. Not because I'm being desperate, is because the algorithm loves the interaction. It says, wow, this stuff is good. And if it's good, put it in the comments. Don't be shy. I answer every comment, and I will to the day I die. So, just make sure you do that. All right, everybody, have a great weekend. I love you all. Thank you for watching, and I will see you midweek reset.